Oh, my phone died.
Uh-oh. Dead phone.
I guess it should. Next time, guys, I guess I would probably want to plug this in before we started.
If you can see all the wires in here.
I know. Well, they will. They will. That's the funny part about it.
Looks like this computer has dreads.
I'm going to have Mike the mechanic come over and do his little... And for those of you that don't know what that is, you'll never know. You just have to be there.
That's what it sounds like when he...
Daisy, I lost you. My phone died. I do apologize. I will try and get you a little bit later. I just dropped out that the volume of my earphone just... Oh, that's because I pulled the wire a little. Oh, dokey. What else news we got? Because we got like 29 minutes left. I have more Robin Williams things than you can imagine. I have...
The whole world does.
Whoa, wait a minute. Who recorded this actress nude? Now that's some news that I want to talk about.
Yeah, but you're going to have to describe it. So the
I'm going to play the audio clip. What are you talking about? Describe it. I got a whole clip for you. We're in a commercial right now, but
not long enough for a smoke.
No, not that long. No. Not, dude, we got a half hour and we're done with the show. He's dying. You got to see him. He's pulling hair out of his chin. He's getting the DTs. And no, I'm over-exaggerating, people. So what I'm playing here is who recorded this actress nude, and I'm not sure what actress. Anna Camp, I guess. So here we go. And Conan. Sounds good, doesn't it?
In very violent situations, and sometimes very sexual situations. Is that difficult for your family?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from South Carolina, which is kind of a conservative state, and True Blood is definitely not a show for my grandma.
Right.
By any means. She tried to watch it. I've been on it since season 2, and she stopped watching when the orgies happened.
Whoa.
And that's okay, you know.
What's going on that show?
That's when my grandmother started watching.
Oh. Wow.
Orgies? You gotta check this out. My grandmother's a gold prospector. There's gold in them hills. So does that make it for an awkward conversation?
Hey, so we got Michael Minardi calling in because I managed to get that plugged back in. So let's get Michael Minardi on the phone. Michael, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing this morning?
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
He can't hear us.
No, he can't hear you guys that well. So, and I apologize for that. We'll get that fixed, guys. But
hello, everyone.
Yeah, they can hear you on the radio. Yeah. So, Mike, we were going over a few posts on your page about some of the things that you talk about and things like that, and then we brought up Mark Emery.
Mark Emery.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah, we were hoping to get you on and maybe educate those who don't know a little more about, the fight that he's done and maybe educate us a little more on the fight that, we all need to do about medical cannabis.
Well, I'll tell you this. I met Mark Emery back in 1998, I would say, 1999. I was traveling in Vancouver. I went to his cannabis cafe and paraphernalia store. He had a glass and, actually back then it was a lot of plastic and acrylic and stuff.
Nice.
And it was a very interesting time that they were there. The time that I had showed up was a couple days after they were raided by the Canadian Mounties or police out there in Vancouver for seeds and stuff like that. And one of the patrons had videoed it. This wasn't a place, they sold seeds there, it's my understanding, but this wasn't a place that was selling cannabis or whatever. The Cannabis Cafe had types of cannabis-infused foods, but there was nothing, it wasn't like a dispensary or a treatment center or anything like that.
Nothing like what we have today.
No, not even close. But, so, I went there for the historic value of it, knowing who Mark Emery was through reading High Times and stuff like that. I mean, seed guru, connoisseur, and obviously was just released from prison for, allegedly exporting seeds over state lines into the United States. Now, so we're outside, and someone had videotaped this raid by the police. And I clearly remember two things like they were yesterday. one, they kept on asking the cops about, hey, look at all the heroin addicts and crackheads right across the street from where the shop was. And I believe it was like Gaston Street in
Right.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Was this place called Pigeon Park. And Pigeon Park, and what the locals called it, was because that's where all the homeless people and the crackheads and the heroin addicts went to do drugs. So you could literally see they were panning the camera across, yelling at the cops, why are you bothering these people for cannabis? Why are you doing this? The people of Vancouver don't want this. And then panning across the street, like literally seeing people lighting up crack pipes and just looking like they're doing drugs, shady things, hand-to-hand exchanges on tape, and not caring about the cops right across the street.
Huh.
The cops' response, we're not here for that tonight. We're here for this.
Now, Joseph saying what, Joseph?
RDEA had their government do it.
Oh, RDEA had their government do it, Joseph said.
Wow.
Yeah, very
Again,
dumb.
that's the next thing I was getting to in exactly that point. One of the people who was in the crowd, who they were all watching the bus, videotaping him, starts yelling to the cops, "Oh, you guys are just a bunch of puppets." The cops are ignoring them. The cops are ignoring them. No, we're not. We're doing our job. I said, you guys are just a bunch of puppets paid by the Americans to do this crap. We want this as citizens. And the cop says, yeah, we're a bunch of well-paid puppets.
Yeah, exactly.
And it shows the reach of America and what they do, either one through economic sanctions on countries. Many years ago, I know we had threatened the Jamaican government to withhold funding or monies from them if they didn't allow us to follow the vessels and ships that they suspected of dealing in drugs or smuggling cannabis into their custom and into their state waters or country waters.
Yeah.
Things like that we do to other countries and our might around the world, which is hopefully loosening.
Yeah, exactly.
Influences policies in other nations. I strongly believe that if the U.S. ended up legalizing cannabis as a nation, that many other nations would follow suit rather quickly.
Well, certainly, we supposedly, we are that nation that has all of those followers, and we're supposed to, we're supposed to lead by example, but yet, like you've stated many times to me off air and on, it's just a freaking plant. We're spending all of this dollars and wasting all of this tax money and over just a plant. So I agree with you 100%, Michael. If the U.S. would just come together, all states, and finally realize the benefits of this just a plant, then I do believe a lot of the countries will follow, and it will definitely change the world.
Hey, Colorado just made more money in June than they did in May. Their revenue continues to rise, and I know I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I know. When are we taking a trip, as a matter of fact? Yeah. Let's go, buddy. Let's get some time off. These guys can run the show from here. You and I will go out there and we'll broadcast live from some of these shops. What do you think? I'll bring the cameras.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'll bring the cameras. We'll bring everything. I'll tell you what, buddy. You help me sell all these T-shirts over here, and yeah. We're going to Colorado.
Down by 10%.
Yeah, buddy. You're damn right. I'll give you 25%. Who are you kidding? There's a lot of T-shirts to sell. Michael, listen, as always, it's a pleasure. Everybody, go check out minoritylaw.com. If you're in trouble, before you get yourself in trouble, if you're thinking about doing something that there might be that absolute little doubt that you're going to get in trouble, go see Michael. He will advise you in the right direction. Again, that's minoritylaw.com, and he's located at 300 Colorado Avenue, Suite 210, Stuart, Florida 34994. And the office phone number is 772-463-6571. Michael, what's the word of the day, buddy? What's the word you can tell all the listeners and something to remember us by for today?
Oh, you gotta educate so you can medicate.
Damn spanky, buddy. I'll call you later.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day, you guys.
You too, Mike.
Bye.
Always a pleasure to have Michael Minardi call in and talk about anything. That is for sure. As you can see, we just mentioned that man's name, and bang, he just
It's awesome.
was very educated on the subject. Joseph, I think I turned your mic down a little too low. Is that better?
Yeah. I don't know.
At first, I'm like, "Oh shit, what I do?" But then I realize he's just like lipping it over the thing and not really saying nothing. I'm like, "Damn, I really turned
Can
it
you hear me?
down." But
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Through the speaker ear? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it
He's
works.
got the other one out. Like, absolutely not. Maybe.
I don't know. I try to adjust things differently. We heard you then.
Did you?
That's for sure. Hell yeah. And you start talking like with your lip like I do on that thing, I can turn that bitch way down. And we won't get all that background noise.
No.
No, I won't do it. I just won't, and you can't make me. What else we got in the news? Let's see what we got.
I want to know more about private police forces.
So let's educate
I've
ourselves.
seen them.
Do you want to do a whole thing tomorrow about private police force?
No.
I'll give you the mic for a whole half hour, 40 minutes, hour, however long you want.
Well, I'd like to find out more about it.
Well-
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing we're going to do after the show, guys, is we're going to get ready for tomorrow. And we're going to send out some emails so we can get some supporters. Like we said, we're trying to get these T-shirts sold.
Private police has documented 20 million worldwide.
What?
That's crazy. Big money. We're in the wrong business, guys.
Yeah.
You used to be in security.
Yeah.
Different kind of security, but
Yeah. Yeah. Different kind.
bouncing's different. Yeah. So,
Well, no, I've done them all.
have you? Armed, unarmed?
Yeah.
Really?
I used to wear a vest. But I was ready.
I don't know if I could do armed. Be afraid to get shot.
I had bullets.
You're
go-
probably more likely to get shot unarmed.
I would go right across my face. Right across my cheek.
That's scary, dude. Is that? There's a dark spot. Is that a scar? Or is that just your beard?
No, it's just a beard.
Yeah. I don't have my glasses on this morning,
It
folks.
burnt my face, though.
Really?
But it's gone now.
Hayden got shot.
Pellet gun?
I've been shot with pellet gun.
I don't know. It was just a random statement. I don't know if he really got shot or not. Just trying to get him to talk more.
Good luck.
I asked him off air. I'm like, dude, it's a radio show, bro. You got to talk more. He's like, well, I'm not very talkative. That's why I was surprised when you asked me to do a radio show.
You know I'm not talkative.
I know, but still, man, you know.
There's got to be something that you like.
Yeah, there's things out there you do. You got interests. He skateboards.
My interests are different.
Let's talk about
than
that.
the listeners' interests.
We don't know who the listeners are.
We have no idea who the listeners are.
And you know what? Screw them.
We'll make our interests their interests.
Yeah, if they don't like what you got to talk about next, you know?
Yeah, there's plenty of other radio stations
They're
out
not
there.
here.
Right. Exactly.
That's true.
You know, he skateboards. He does things like that.
What if it was, a skateboarding radio station, right? And everybody's talking about skateboarding, then one person quits, and we hire somebody who doesn't know nothing about skateboarding. You know what I mean? It can keep going like that. Eventually, it's not going to be a skateboarding show.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to change.
Yep.
Things happen.
Yeah, it's all
Life
gonna change.
changes.
I like skateboarding. I like guns.
Skateboarding and guns.
That's a cool video.
I want to.
I want you to make a rap song called Skateboarding and Guns. You watch 6 months from now, it's going to be a rap song out there. Skateboarding and Guns. Somebody's going to make
It'll
it,
be
make
sooner
$1
than
million.
that.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen now.
Yeah, he's going to call up
Make it
somebody.
happen
Yeah, he's going to call up somebody. You calling Nate?
No.
Tell him to get the beats. Get the beats
beats
all
ready.
together. Where is Nate, man, when we need him?
I don't know. He's camping.
He's camping?
He's camping somewhere
Is he with the Boy Scouts?
with the.
You know, the militia training groups?
No. They're special though.
They're special forces. Oh, man.
What just happened?
Oh, well, I mean, if you admit Nate, it's fucking hilarious. So we got a new name for it, but yeah, Nate's in the Special Forces.
It's wrong.
We're going to call him, he's got a new nickname, Special Forces Nate.
Can handicapped people join the military?
I don't think they would give Nate a rifle, bro.
Or a grenade? I wouldn't want him fumbling around with that thing.
Oops, wrong way.